in the Nextel Open last week. Matt Bourne, his crew chief Ryan Newman, on Thursday said, we had no idea we had that option, but the second groove has been definitely the quicker groove.
So lane choice for the pole sitter. Newman's on the outside. We're going to let the first lap run silent tonight in honor of all of our U.S. servicemen throughout history. But first,
DW, 600 miles. Let's have a Sunday night party. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All right, all right. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
at Richmond, and that brought a bunch of drivers down through Sterling Marlin into that 400-point gap to try to make the chase for the Nextel Cup. Quick cleanup down in turn one. We're set to go racing once again. 9 laps will be complete this time by as we go back to green. Pole sitter Ryan Newman in front of Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, and Jimmy Johnson. Green flag. Stewart almost got squeezed into the wall trying to go outside Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, I was just going to say, watch these restarts because they are constantly a battle for position. You leave that outside open just a little bit, and somebody's going to be there.
But poor Jeff Gordon in the 24 car, he took advantage of this restart. He takes the lead.
Trouble over turn 2, guys.
Hard into the wall goes Kurt Busch, the defending series champion. And quickly we're under the second caution of the night at lap number 10. That's a hard hit, Darrell, into that safer barrier.
Yeah, they're not going to pull that sheet metal out. They're on their way to the garage. That's Jimmy Finnick, his crew chief. He says go to the garage, guys. As you can see, a lot of bad.
We're damaged pretty good.
That was Kurt calling it in.
Just remember back to Darlington a few weeks ago, spun on the first lap of that race, had a lot of damage.
Car just came around with him over that unpredictable turn 2.
The 1 and 2 end of the racetrack down here, the drivers is driving them crazy. You can see, look at the fluid coming out of that car. That's got to be coming out of the 97.
So did he spin in his own water or oil?
It surely appeared.
Good sign for his fans, and he said that they got it right on that pit stop. What they do have a problem with, however, is ignition. He has tried both boxes. They are concerned about it because at one point the engine just shut off. They switched boxes, got it going again, but that's a worrisome thing in a race of this length.
Trouble turn 2, back straightaway, big pile up. Scott Riggs is in it. Jimmy Spencer backs it into the wall. Robbie Gordon was right in the center of things. And caution is out for the 4th time today at lap 100.
This will be a huge break for Bobby Labonte, the 18 car. He will get the free pass. He'll be back on the lead lap to see Mike Skinner in the 23 car.
Something happened
in this crash as well.
Well, I think something happened to Skinner's car, and he slowed in front of these guys, and somebody ran into the back of several cars. I think Skinner had a problem over off of 2.
A lot of smoke out the tailpipes of Mike Skinner's car as the Automaniac Dodge heads for the garage.
You can see it coming out of the exhaust pipes.
I think Skinner blew up in front of those guys, and that's what started that whole thing.
And of course, everyone's on fresh tires. They're on the gas, they're on the throttle, and
you
see it right there coming out the right side.
Robbie Gordon, I think he got the boot from Michael Waltrip as they tried to slow up.
I think Michael turned him around, but you can see all that oil in the turn there too.
I'll show it to you from Michael Waltrip's bumper.
Still lined up on the bottom of that 43, big hole behind him right there.
Whoa!
Come on around. How hard's the front end?
Scott Riggs
bad.
10.
Bad. Really bad.
Last week at the test they did a couple of weeks ago, but this car drove better too.
Car in the wall, I think it's the 09.
It is. It's Johnny Sauter Sauter's luck ran out.
I think he got a right front tire, looks like.
He needed a caution to get back on the lead lap, and sadly, it's him.
That looks like a right front tire.
Yeah, and he was driving the wheels off of that thing, and I think one of them just came off. Literally came off.
But now Casey Mears in the 41, Sterling Marlin in the 40, Martin Truex Jr. in the 1. They'll get back on the lead lap the hard way. They were in front of the leader, and very possibly will make sure Scott Wimmer may have gotten the free pass back on the lead lap. That's a shame. These guys had a great race car, but they painted themselves in a box with that mistake on pit road, and Johnny was probably having to run the car much harder than he wanted to.
A couple of laps ago, Dave Blaney took the Blackjack Chevrolet behind the wall, joining Mike Skinner, Jimmy Spencer, and Kurt Busch.
There he goes. You see all the rubber and debris as he heads down into turn 3 there off the 09's front tire. He just let go.
Jamie McMurray in 11th, right behind Greg Biffle, and he's in the 42. McMurray battling Jimmy Johnson as they split the 31 of Jeff Burton.
Oh, got a car spinning off of turn 4.
Sadler.
Caution is out. I think the free pass probably goes to that 8 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr. right here. They haven't called it yet.
But the track's getting colder too, so keep working on it, buddy. Yeah.
I think he feels like he got it. Depends on where he was when the field was frozen when the caution was displayed.
Was he the first car one lap down? That's the criteria. Robert Yates, Elliott Sadler's car owner, wondering what happened. Watch the yellow 38 coming up into the middle of your screen.
Sucker just spun out. I mean, that's just how unpredictable this racetrack is. I called it a trick track. It's a tricky racetrack, boys.
Darrell, how many times did we see that in the Busch race last night? No contact, just around it went. Here's Steve.
Mike Elliott Sadler said right after that, he goes, this car is just way too loose off, and we see the result right there.
Now, a lot of guys, when you turn that car into the corner, you lay your right arm against the steering wheel.
Trouble turn 1, a car hard in the wall, and it is Kurt Busch.
I'm not surprised. He was not running that fast, and looked like he was having a hard time just keeping up to minimum speed.
Who crashed back at lap 10.
When he went back out on the track, Mike, I could tell he was having a hard time trying to even just keep up to what minimum speed would have been. The car didn't look like it was driving worth a flip. That's another hard lick on, and that's driver's side. That hurts. Little guy's been beaten up a lot this year.
But we did see him walk to the end. Ryan Newman and Rusty Wallace are teammates, but that doesn't mean they share information.
77 in the wall off turn 4 there, guys. I'm sorry. He just busted it. He got loose off the 4.
Looked like a lot of damage, Darrell. He just hits the wall again, may have a tire down.
We're in the fence down at 1 and 2, James.
He knocked the fire out of him coming off turn 4.
Keep her up there. Keep her up.
Caution is out.
2 more to go.
10th caution flag of the night.
In those Penske cars.
Oh, we got trouble. Turn 2.
Casey Mears and the 1 of Martin Truex.
Oh, and somebody else nailed him. Is that
Marlin, Mears' teammate, nailed him.
And remember, why Sterling Marlin was back that far was that penalty he had for not reducing his speed on pit road during that caution a while ago.
Robbie Gordon gets a lap back in all this melee.
Car owner Chip Ganassi arrived just a little bit ago from the Indianapolis.
Oh, rear end damage, it looks like, guys.
And there is Chip.
There's Chip saying, what? Why did I come all the way back for that?
Back in the track, he got caught up in this.
You saw Truex get a little bit loose. He shot up into the 41, and here comes Sterling by, and that was hard.
Double trouble for Chip Ganassi's team tonight.
Almost made it by.
41 was just going down the hill, not anything he could do. He'd already been into the wall, and he didn't have much control over the car. Watch this. This is just, man. Sterling didn't even know what was hitting him, I bet.
Boy, Carl Edwards in the 99 almost was caught up in this wreck.